Don't you think you ought to tell me who you are first?
Why?
On a bright, sunny, or rainy day, I can listen to Rene. Topics of the day: why sex don't match the love, our relationship sucks, why the boys play, experience immaturity, politics and currency games, economics, Spotify it, you can find it, sign of the times for the deaf, dumb and blind. Don't miss it, call the number one, state your name and what's your interest. Rene.
Please don't threaten me with a good time. I love you guys. Hi. Welcome back to a new episode of the podcast that has just been giving what it needs to be giving, baby. Rene. I hope you guys are having as best as of a week that you can, okay? I mean, I'm surprised we made it. We barely made it. And I mean, if you've been under a rock the last fucking weeks, let me bring you up to speed in this episode today, okay? I was gonna say this shit, but my episodes ain't shit. Okay, it's the ones who don't be supporting me. They ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you. Yeah, exactly. But I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Seriously. So anyway, if you're new to the show, welcome. Yes, I am a girl that talks about a whole bunch of craziness and real shit and shit I like to discuss. And I'm quite entertaining. I'm very funny. I believe I am. And I have explicit content. So again, I have a filthy mouth. But, as long as you rinse yours out with Listerine afterwards, you should be fine, darling. So anyway, if you are new to the show, welcome. If you want to, fall back on some of the episodes that you missed, because you've missed a lot of seasons. I've been doing this very well for several years, okay? And I revamped the show to come out with a different season because I had the itch to come back out, which I explained to my all good girlfriends on here and, my good boyfriends. Whoever's listening, that I wanted to come back, and this is my platform. I have a page, which is YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's Rene Show. I'm on all streaming platforms. If in case you want to go back and visit for what you missed, because you fucking missed a lot, okay? And you can do that on all streaming platforms. That's Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google, wherever the fuck there's podcasts, I'm over there. And again, you can see me over on TikTok for now, while we have it, at Rene's Show. I'm on Facebook, but it's different on Facebook. I don't do shit on Facebook when it comes to this podcast because I got work people, supervisors and directors, watching. And I can control the fact if I want you to follow me over on, that site as well, or, Instagram and all of that. So Instagram is kind of like where I shed my skin. Facebook is like, thank you for calling the state. Can I help you? I turn it on, turn it off. It's a little bit more, business over there in the front, party in the goddamn back with the Instagram and, TikTok and hip hop, bebop, don't stop. So anyway, you guys, last week I talked about, living guilty-free, and loving it, feeling guilt-free and living freely. I challenge you. If you haven't listened to that, I'll take the physical challenge. Okay, physical challenge, remember that on Double Dare? Remember that? Double Dare, definitely Generation X people. You knew we loved us a good old Double Dare episode. Yes, we did. And we knew we could probably definitely do like the, what was it called? I'm having a brain fog. It was at the end of the show where they had to do I'm just gonna call it the ultimate fucking challenge, where they had to win all that good shit and dig for the flags. It was exciting. But yeah, we knew we could do that. But I talked about, again, just being free and true within yourself, especially for my ladies. I think it was more so definitely dedicated for the ladies. Men really went about you for that go around. And, you're feeling risky and frisky, especially at this age, when the darkness falls across the land and you don't sleep well and you're having those midnight hours of hot sweats at hand. Again, it could go both ways, like what hotness you dealing with, but other than that, I talked about, how it's all right, to have a couple of suitors or not, and invest or don't, and how to invest, to just be a grown ass, mature hoe out in these damn streets. You know what I mean? Okay. So anyway, check it out if you missed it. And again, I have the K Rene Show live edition, you guys. Please make sure you go to the YouTube page, you visit that, you'll see it. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe so that you can have the alerts come out to you when I post content. That one shall be up tomorrow. Okay. I have my dad here. He's visiting from South Carolina. Yes. Right? Yay! Daddy's here. Yes. He arrived yesterday. On a midnight train from Georgia. No, I'm just kidding. And I remixed that. But he came, like I just told you if he was listening. He came up from South Carolina because he lives there now. And we haven't seen him in like over a year. And so, yay, Daddy's here. So he's visiting. So I can't be but so much of a fucking crazy ass in the house. I got to reserve some parts of him to be like, this is what my daughter do. Like... Wow, K Rene, that's what they call you? No, Daddy, they call me that too, But I mean, it's my name. It's my handle. It's who I am. Yes. That's my on-air personality name, Daddy. K Rene. So yeah, he can only see but so many things about, what his daughter does when he thinks other things of what she probably isn't doing. And, just keeping like that good image of your children in your head. And you know better. You know it. Don't fucking, you already fucking know. Daddy, your daughter is a fucking wild one, okay? She's a real wild one. Okay. So, listen, like I said, I'm glad we made it. I'm fucking glad. I'm glad we made it here, y'all. It's been a rough ass week since the last time I left y'all, right? I mean, like feeling like we are the Good Times theme song right now. Like, shit. Yeah, happy Saturday. I hope your weekend is filled with goodness. I'm going to a house music in the park party after I fucking talk to y'all. That's why you don't get no fucking episode today. For the K Rene Show live, you know what I mean? Yeah, because I got a life, yes, and Daddy's going to watch his grandson because they need to bond. They haven't seen each other in a long time. But anyway, like I said, it's been rough, and we're going to talk about it.
Won't you tell us all about it?
Start at the beginning.
Yeah. And when you come to the end, stop. See?
Whoa. Feeling like Rick Ross out here. Oh, stop, see? Okay, let's first talk about my shit, all right? Because, you know what grinds my motherfucking gears? People, grown-ass fucking people. You killing me, son. You're killing me with the fact you don't even have time for conversations, okay? And people have time for whatever the fuck they want to make time for, all right? You understand what I'm saying? Because that's the ongoing, yeah. Yeah. It's the ongoing excuse that keeps on fucking giving that I can't deal with it. Anyway, as I was saying, you got time to send fucking text messages. You don't have time to have conversations. Or you got time to send fucking messages just in general anywhere. fucking email or, inbox, DMs, whatever. But you got time to look on my Facebook page to know that I blocked you and deleted your ass when you're supposed to be getting to know things about me, who I am. What would you like to basically do together? What could we work on? So in the midst of me waiting on this wonderful conversation that has been long over fucking due, like somebody in menopause that period ain't come, but maybe it don't have nothing to do with the menopause, maybe because you're pregnant, one of them things. I'm just saying, like, but then you're gonna have a fucking attitude. If you don't kick fucking rocks, boom, shalot, lot, boom, get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? That's what I mean. People, y'all gotta stop wasting people's times when you're trying to collaborate, when you're trying to, make some type of a connection, friendships, plans, everything. It don't matter. We don't have the time. Mature people in this day and age, you're wasting people's time as far as your availability. It's nuts to me. But then gonna have an attitude when you don't have accessibility, the access. You can't see what I'm doing or being a creep on my page. You can't go through pictures. If you don't get out of my face and either do what needs to be done to keep yourself connected or don't. What I say? I wish y'all could see me right now. If you could see me now on a sunset cruise. I am tired. I'm so tired. Anyway, Game of Thrones. Fuck. They're all related. House of the Dragons was dope as shit last Sunday. Yo, I don't know if you watch. You need to watch. I'm just saying, watch it. Watch it. If you're a Thrones head like me, we're obsessed and we love this shit. Okay, we live for it. Very informative episode. I thought it was very great. It was good. It was good. I love the actors. Like, shout out to them. Even though I don't fuck with the greens, shout out to the black, but still, shout out to the whole cast. They're doing the fucking thing. They are doing the damn thing. Also figured out that the girl Alice would really. My good friend, my good girlfriend, she knows who she is, would appreciate to know that her girl from Glow, I don't know, honey, which, I forgot what part or her character's name, but she got really big eyes. Like, I want to say her eyes are green. She got dark brown hair, long. It may not have been that long in Glow as long as it's in this show, House of the Dragons, but this bitch is playing a witch, and I mean a dark witch, and I love her. She is, I look forward to seeing her every Sunday since she's been introduced into the goddamn show. This bitch got a walk-in fireplace, okay? Like a fire pit. Walk-in fire. Who the fuck has a walk-in fire pit? Don't clap for that. No, that's not funny. Like, you don't want to be going in somebody's house or a place and they got a whole walk-in fire pit. You don't even know what's about to go down or could happen to you in that walk-in fire pit. And I don't think that's something to celebrate. But like I said, she's a fucking witch. She's dark and I love her. She is giving out acid milkshakes like no fucking other. Okay, this bitch is got my man in that Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Where Are You castle, just seeing all kinds of dead people. Yeah, he got to get up out of that shit. And, we're on a break from Power. I mean, not Power. Well, fuck him. Shit, that's Ghost. Ghost. We're on a break from Ghost 2.0. And, Force is going to be leaving out as well. So that's where we are. Serpent Queen is dope. Can't wait for this next episode. For next week, we'll be on the third one. Watched that last night as well. God dang it. So anyway, yes. Okay. Moving forward. I was going to mention something and I thought, nah, I'm just going to, let me explain something to you. If you're going to the polls and you're not considering your friends, me as your friend, and being the fact that this motherfucker running for this fucking country, or to be in charge of this country, who got people brainwashed out in this fucking country, that he did nothing wrong ever, those counts were fake, shit's being dismissed, nothing being done to the extent of taking accountability for the insurrection, and the list goes on and on and on and on. And you're all for the fucking yay Project 25, and you don't know that all this shit is gonna be affecting you as well. You're a fucking dumbass bitch, okay? And I don't have time to fucking educate people, and nobody. I don't have time to do it. You see what the fuck is going on out here. Every day it's been weird. Forget about the deaths of who we lost. Richard Simmons, Shelley Duvall, Dr. Ruth, fucking Bob Newhart just passed, Jacoby Jones. I feel like it was somebody else that is gone, and that had nothing to do with the politics at all, okay? I'm just making mention like shit is weird, and it's getting weirder. How about the fucking security shit yesterday? Updating the security shit that affected banks, affected medias, affected the fucking program that you might operate on with fucking work. Y'all, hello, can y'all, is anybody awake? Oh, and let's talk about that shit. Let's talk about the fact how we have and I air quoted hard where I could break my goddamn fingers, almost assassination of a president that happened last week. With the fact of this guy who was seen on a roof by several other Karens, supposedly before the police or Secret Service, that they were already making mention about this person being on a goddamn roof. And no one intervened and did anything until it was about 8 goddamn gunshots that went off. Pop, 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 pop. Where a guy protects his family, covering and jumping over top of them. You got people that all for the NRA and y'all ducking for bullets up there, but you good with the guns though, right? And then the fact that, again, it's just the math ain't mathing. Because of the fact now, if Johnny had 4 apples and he ate all 4, how many he got? None. So no one took the initiative, Secret Service, nobody. How are y'all already aware of this person who's outside before this shit gets even started, acting crazy and different? Y'all should already started pulling shit at that given point. And then don't let me even piss all over it, which I'm about to. That fucking RNC, what the fuck? We got a vice president that's now accepting the vice president acceptance for and he wrote a book, something hillbilly something, really? Okay. And so because your wife, she's Indian, that's supposed to what's that supposed to do? Like, oh, he's not racist. He's all for different cultures and stuff. Okay, let's talk to the wife though. Then you got these dumbass bitches running around at the convention with fucking bandages on their fucking ear like it's a new fashion statement. Ain't nobody wearing that shit like a fashion statement. Are you kidding me? Everything that we had, oh my God, it's like crumble cookie. It's gone. Like, it's just going away. And then you got the people in the Democratic Party even telling Biden, yo, just don't do it. Just don't do it. You need to really understand what the whole big scream is. You don't want Kamala to run the country if something happened to Biden. 1. 2, she's black. 3, she's a woman. And basically, everybody that feels as though that if he don't step down, it's going to mess the fucking house up. If y'all not looking at these policies, I am so scared for how you, and again, for those of you who don't even vote, you're part of the problem. If you vote and swing it the other way, I mean, again, where you're not educating yourself on what's about to be and let it be, you're also a part of the fucking problem, because that means you're ignorant to the fact that you don't want to educate yourself. You know, reading is fundamental. It's fundamental for the mind. It fuels it. It gives it the knowledge. That's what it is. Okay. All right. My heart does go out to that family. I'm being honest and wholeheartedly and passionate about the fact of what I'm talking about, but also I do have feelings and I do care. And for that guy, that firefighter that was there that shielded his family over, and then Donald Trump did, acknowledge you, even though they spelled your name, baby, wrong on the back of the firefighter jacket. All right. He couldn't even get the vice president's name together. Whatever. You get what the fuck I'm saying. And this is a clown shit show. It's nothing but a circus. And y'all love it, though. You love it. You love it. If I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to see so much dividing. Tommy had a job. Tommy, one job on his mind was to assassinate that guy. And again, he missed. He tried out for the gun club. Did y'all hear about that? And they didn't let him because he wasn't good at his targets. Okay? Don't even have the motive still. Dun, dun, dun. Once it comes down, like I said, to this election, and I really don't like to give my political views. I really don't. But I see something, and it's loud and clear. And if you see what you have become, which is disconnected to what the fuck is really going on, okay. You're going to understand why, because you're not considering nothing. You're not. And again, when this motherfucker talks about the people are taking black people jobs, what the fuck is a black person job? I see a vice president as a black person. That's a black person job. I saw the president in a black person job, Obama. What's a black person job? Because is that why some of the black people aren't getting hiring, because there's no more black people jobs available? This is who you want to run the country? All of us? All right. No, do you. Do the fuck you. You part of the problem, baby. God help us all. Anyway, going on down to the river brink. I'm done with that shit. Okay? So anyway, like I said, welcome back to a new episode. All right? Okay. All right. So, listen, you guys, with all this craziness going on and, everything as far as what we're going through, and we're just trying to still stay even keel and be on the up and up, it's been really difficult and hard, especially since the pandemic happened, and within everything that we have gone through and had to deal with, it played a lot within our mental wellness, health as well. Speaking of health, I lost a couple of pounds. Yes, I did, bitch. I lost 9 pounds with Slim Fast. No, I'm just kidding. I did it by working out and eating right. I told y'all I just had to starve a couple more times and I'd be down to some good pounds. I would never starve. That's I not saying that's dumb. People do have that problem as eating disorder, anorexia and working out heavy and hard, or bulimic and eating and throw the shit back up. I like my food. All right. I like it a lot. But yeah. Anyway, so my mental health again became a problem, and knowing within a normal run of it all, the 21 days, retrain, reprogram your mind, 21 days, continuously, it's reprogramming and everything. And some people didn't make it through, you know what I mean? They didn't make it through the pandemic. They had issues. They, had committed suicide. Just some people reflected, did something, they, turned it around upside down, and they found their niche, and then they found, as far as a way of finding a reason to live and get through this. Me, on the other hand, working from home, raising a kid that's going to school online, and then me having to work, being that, I was working on a system that was being developed and that was new. Yeah. I threw my laptop across the goddamn floor, okay? And my son looked at me like, bitch, you have lost your fucking mind. And I could not have agreed more with him when he looked at me like that. And I had to go put myself at the kiddie table. But more, I had to go and take myself in my room and put myself in a corner and really say, now, Kels, I don't know what's going on, but Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, will you tell us if you're okay? If you're okay, Annie. Okay? No, I can't. So, with me going through my appointments with my psychiatrist and my psychologist, I knew that, I didn't want to be medicating myself anymore with pills and wanting to just sleep through, shit that wasn't getting better after I woke up. And that, I needed something more so that would help more on the medical fit tip with the anxiety and then the depression and the new way of life that I was, having to go through, especially with the fact of me being a single mother and raising this child in these trying times. Can I jump back off real quick? That motherfucker gave a 92-minute fucking acceptance speech and did not mention a motherfucking thing about any policies, abortion. She just talked about the fact how he missed fucking near death and shit like that. And that's all I want to add. But I'm just so pissed off with this shit, man. It's making me mad. But that's okay. I'm going to be medicated soon and be medicated and elevated. Because that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you guys today. Classes in motherfucker. So, basically, I felt like I'm not going to keep paying any more money and co-pays to someone that is basically not understanding that I don't want to go through dealing with my issues and problems by the fact of just continuously taking pills, Zoloft, Prozac, stuff like that was going to put me down, or that I was immune to from other stents in life, from other psychologists and, sessions and, just the fact of it being still the same. So I asked to become medically, a medical holder for marijuana. And being that there's so many different types and reasons as to why people are medical card holders, it's because of the simple fact of a lot of the mental stresses and illnesses and people who do not eat well and need to have something to help them gain an appetite to continue to be healthy and nourish their body. And the people that don't want to, continuously throw laptops across the goddamn floor or put our son through a wall because of the fact that, it's a new day and age and time. I think we need something else to kind of calm her down where she can still function, do her work, and still be happy. And that's why I switched to Dial. No. Didn't that sound like an 80s commercial, though? Like, seriously? Yes. And that's why I choose Dove. Dove keeps my body soft and moisturized. Look, I'm telling you, I know where I'm supposed to be. So anyway, that's what I was saying. So there's a lot of us women and dads, men, women, fathers, mothers out here who chose to take a different road within, dealing with the stresses and just the fact that it provides so much for you. I've been in 14 fucking accidents in my life. You don't think that I still have pain every now and again in my back. I broke my goddamn toe. No, I'm sorry, you guys. It wasn't my toe. I fractured my fucking left foot 3 goddamn times separately in my lifetime. And you don't think I feel pain when I walk? Yes, I do at times. And that's just not the fact of being 44, about to be 45. It's just the simple fact that these goddamn things sneak back back up later in life, and they're more intensified because the older you are, the worse it feels. So I chose to, again, like I said, do what was best for me. And just within not just the fact of what was best for me, but which was best for my son. Imagining the fact that we have a lot that's going on in our life on a regular basis. And when we add children to the equation, it's like they're suffering through what we don't need to involve them in. It's like it has nothing to do with them. And it's not the fact of wanting to just be, smoking and you all hide up and you can't function. Me and my son have the best time still to this day. It gives me creativity to keep us, having something to do that keeps us having a good time, enjoying each other's company. And the simple fact of when they can't understand at a young age, like what may be the problem or triggering you to where you then take it out on them, meaning the fact of you're yelling a lot. You're talking to them like they're 16 years old or some, adult that you want to square up with in the street when you're getting into a bad mood or you're angry, or the fact that you got trauma issues from childhood that you haven't been able to really deal with or talk about with someone that you felt comfortable to let that wall down and give them every piece and part of you, even down into some of your therapy sessions and psychologists and psychiatrists. That's why you still aren't fully healed, is because of the fact that you don't have the right psychologist or psychiatrist. And so therefore, you still have and harbor these issues. Children, again, they don't ask to be here. We bring them here because we obviously want to be good parents. We want to be parents. It's what our choice, that was our choice. And to me, not wanting to be in a depressed state to where I didn't have time to be hanging out with him or, wanting to hear his ideas or see him being such a creative kid with his Legos and drawings and, just wanting to be in the bed or, like I said, yelling and angry or, just again, making things more than what it is. And then again, not considering the fact that he's the innocent party within your mental realm and your illness that you continuously keep trying to, cope and fix. So, and again, all things, just because being a medical marijuana holder, are not fixed. I still have therapy. It don't suppress me, but it helps me to still be able to move forward and to be able to come back into the realness of things like, that's not important. Tomorrow's another day. We don't need to dwell on that. We don't need to give that much energy. It helps me to pick up and move forward a little bit faster so that therefore I'm not harboring in what I normally would have been doing once I would have taken the Zoloft or the Prozac and got out of my sleep and my nap from 3 hours and then also get back up and then have to deal with it. It just helps me to maybe redirect and steer the boat differently. So, yeah, I think it's helpful not just for us, but again, for our family and our children. They can, thrive from it and also, appreciate it. They're not being yelled at and you have time to spend with them. You want to spend the time. They don't see you moping around the house and being depressed and crying or, whatever your woes are. Again, we have to always remember to keep the children in our forefront, because I believe the children are the future. If you teach them well and let them lead the way, you can show them all the beauty you possess inside, right? Just give them a sense of pride. To make it easier. No, but just saying, you want to raise the best children or child that you can, especially not to the extent of where you learned from behaviors of your parents growing up that they would get in their moods and in ways and didn't want to have shit to do with you and, telling you to just go in your room and get away from them. And again, you being a Generation X child like I was, you didn't have time to show emotions and feelings and really be upset. And if you cried, what are you crying for? Because if it's not on their agenda, they'll give you something to cry about if you don't stop crying. So take into consideration again, your children don't have to be the receiver from either ways and woes of generational curses. You can break them. You got to, again, ask yourself, what kind of person do you want to be? What kind of parent do you want to be? Do you want to walk around depressed every day? Do you want to live life till its fullest and enjoy it? That's what we're looking for. Now, besides the flip of the medical marijuana now, and again, of course, if you're not medical, you are, again, being able to use it as recreational, and that's cool too. I mean, you know, whatever you choose, it's great. I mean, that's all on you. It's fine. Another thing is what you want to be mindful of is what they have out here now is the psilocybin. I feel like I'm saying it correctly. Fucking magic mushrooms, you guys. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Psilocybin, whatever. Magic mushrooms. I get a little tongue twisted sometimes. But its potential indications, it includes depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, quitting smoking, alcohol addiction, cocaine addiction, cluster headaches, and cancer-related or other end-of-life psychological distress. Yes, this is what it offers. It has the potential to treat these things as a range of psychiatric and behavioral disorders. And again, you're now finding this coming back. Like, we had it. We were on a whole different fucking time and a different high with that goddamn magic mushroom. Okay? I have seen some wild, weird, wild shit. Okay? With me tripping off the goddamn shrooms. And the easy way that we would eat them is we would put them on the Whoppers, and it was easier to chew them up and get them down because it is not a good taste. Now you can get them in goddamn chocolate bars. You can get them in gummies. They got them in tea, juice. They're selling them at the dispensaries now. It's becoming more popular again. And again, in the recent months, especially over like in Denver, Colorado, and Oregon, they decriminalized it. But again, just saying, that's another alternative that you can use now within the depression, which is among, again, the most research indications is what is used within the magic mushroom therapy. Reported within like the last year, therapy was given breakthrough therapy designation, and people have been enjoying it. A psychedelic research center is currently in planning stages of their phase 3 trial, which will begin next year. So they are basically getting a fast track by the FDA for treatment of depression, smoking sensations and other addictions, cancer-related and psychological stress. Again, people have been using this to deal with the PTSD and things of that nature, of things that they have gone through. So just saying, if you're not a smoker toker, or you don't want to take the edibles or whatever because you don't know how to kind of balance and decipher how much you should be ingesting, you can also go to the mushroom bars. Like I said, you can break off so many pieces. I think it comes depending on how the bar is set up, I think it has 20. And you can break off, it tell you within a guide of, how much to take. And if this is something you're new to, then it's something you might want to definitely, kind of be easy with and not be all too crazy and stuff, just going ham. But other than that, just saying, you got some options here as opposed to not having to always put the money in the doctor's pockets with these prescriptions that aren't really fucking doing us any justice in the first place. When you want to go natural, it's not even just about going natural from relaxed hair to natural curls. Eating better, putting more natural things in our body. We got so much processed shit out here right now. It's fucking pathetic and it's crazy. And, even down to the water we're drinking out of bottles, the little pieces of plastic that we're ingesting. But you're looking for a medical elevation high to deal with your stresses in life and depression and whatever you may be having as far as different ailments mentally and physically. You have so many different resources out here now. And again, I'm glad it's no longer shunned and frowned upon, because when they finally did what they needed to do with the research to know that, this shit is actually helping motherfuckers, I'm glad it actually finally had a chance to get its green light and not even come to the point of putting it in a bad light to where, again, no one's ever overdosed from marijuana. And no one has overdosed, as I know and recall or heard of, from magic mushrooms. And so therefore, do the math on that like you do when you go to the polls in November and watching these elections and these debates and these conventions and listening to what the other people have to offer you to make your life better and to be able to still live freely and happy. All right? So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Don't forget, you can check me out every Saturday. I'm here, 1 o'clock is when I go here to give you all the goodness. And again, like I said, don't forget to follow me on IG at _K Rene Show, YouTube, K Rene Show, TikTok, at Rene Show. Like, share, feedback, comment. I love when you do that. It makes me continue to thrive and keep going for you guys. So listen, enjoy your weekend. Have a great day. Keep the hope alive, you guys. Let's unite and let's be smart and let's, again, do what needs to be done the right way. Until then, I'll talk to you later. Bye.